Let's talk about death, the skull emoji. Specifically, how death became hilarious. The skull emoji was introduced in 2010, same year as the crying face. Same Unicode update. It was designed with a very clear purpose: death, danger, mortality. A literal human skull staring back at you. This emoji was supposed to represent the end, the grave, the final curtain. You'd use it for serious topics, dark themes, maybe Halloween if you were feeling festive. But that's not what happened. Instead, the skull emoji became the funniest thing on the internet. And nobody saw it coming. In the beginning, people used the skull emoji exactly as intended. Rest in peace messages, memorial posts, goth aesthetics. It was serious, respectful, a little edgy maybe. If you sent someone a skull emoji, you were either mourning something or trying to be intimidating. Don't mess with me. Very dramatic. Very 2010. But then sometime around 2015, something started to shift. People began saying, "I'm dead," when something was funny. Not literally dead, obviously. Just dead from laughing. Like the joke was so good it killed them. And they needed an emoji to express that. The laughing emoji? Too basic. The crying emoji? Already claimed by the "I'm crying from laughter" crowd. So they reached for the skull. Because if you're dead from laughing, well, there's an emoji for that. By 2017, the skull emoji had completely abandoned its original meaning. Someone would tweet something hilarious and the replies would fill up with skulls. Rows and rows of tiny deaths. But nobody was talking about actual death. They were talking about comedy. The skull became shorthand for "this is so funny I've died." And once Gen Z got hold of it, game over. Gen Z took the skull emoji and ran with it. They sent it in response to everything funny, everything chaotic, everything that made them lose their minds. Funny tweet, skull emoji. Embarrassing story, skull emoji. Someone's terrible life decision documented on TikTok, multiple skull emojis. The skull became the ultimate reaction to humor. It wasn't just "I'm laughing." It was "I'm gone. I've left this mortal plane. I've ascended. I'm deceased." Maximum comedy impact. Here's the thing about the skull emoji. It's extreme. When you send a laughing emoji, you're saying "this is funny." When you send a crying emoji, you're saying "this is hilarious." But when you send a skull, you're saying "this killed me." It's the nuclear option of humor reactions. It's saying, "This joke was so good, so devastating, so perfectly executed that I have literally died. I am no longer among the living. My body has given up. I have been slain by comedy." And there's something beautiful about that level of commitment to a joke. You're not just laughing. You're not just crying. You're dead. That's dedication. But the skull emoji didn't stop there. It kept evolving. People started using it for things that weren't even funny. Someone shares something painfully relatable? Skull emoji. Someone posts their terrible work schedule? Skull emoji. Someone describes an awkward social interaction? You already know. Skull emoji. It became the emoji for "this is so accurate it hurts." Or "this is so chaotic I can't process it." Or "I have no words, so here's a symbol of death instead." The skull transcended humor. It became the emoji of emotional devastation in all forms. Funny devastation, cringe devastation, relatable devastation. If it made you feel too much, the skull was there. And then people discovered you could use multiple skulls for emphasis. 1 skull? Funny. 3 skulls? Very funny. 7 skulls? You've actually died. This is your ghost typing. The more skulls, the more dead you are. It's like a death counter. How many times did this joke kill you? Here's 7 skulls to represent my 7 deaths. Some people go full graveyards in the comments. 15 skulls. 20 skulls. At that point, you're not just dead, you're a mass casualty event. The joke didn't just kill you, it took out your entire bloodline. Excessive? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. Now, you might be thinking, what about the other death-related emoji? Good question. There's the coffin emoji, the ghost emoji, the gravestone. But none of them hit the same way. The coffin is too literal, too specific. The ghost is cute, not funny. The gravestone is just sad. But the skull? The skull is raw. It's direct. It's a clean white skull on your screen saying "I'm dead," and it is hilarious. No fluff. No context needed. Just death. Pure. Simple. Effective. That's why it won. The funniest part about all of this, the skull emoji was designed to represent something serious. Death. The end of life. The ultimate finality. And we turned it into a joke. We took humanity's deepest fear and turned it into internet slang. Imagine explaining this to someone from 1995. In the future, when something is funny, young people will send each other pictures of human skulls. They'd think we lost our minds. And honestly, maybe we did. But at least we're having fun with it. So what does the skull emoji mean in 2025? It means, this has destroyed me emotionally, and I'm choosing to express that through the imagery of death. Could be funny destruction. Could be cringe destruction. Could be, I can't believe this is real destruction. Doesn't matter. If it's too much, the skull shows up. The skull emoji is no longer about death. It's about the death of your ability to handle whatever you just witnessed. Your composure? Dead. Your sanity? Dead. Your faith in humanity? Also dead. The skull is there to document it all. The skull emoji started as a symbol of mortality, a reminder that we all die eventually. Dark, heavy, philosophical, and somehow we turned it into the funniest emoji on the internet. We took death and made it comedy gold. Is that disrespectful to death? Maybe. Is it the most internet thing ever? Absolutely. The skull emoji lost its serious meaning the moment Gen Z decided that dying from laughter needed visual representation. And honestly, death probably doesn't mind. If you're going to go out, might as well go out laughing. Even if you're just a tiny yellow skull on someone's phone screen. The skull emoji isn't about death anymore. It's about life. Specifically, living through moments so funny, so chaotic, so absurd that the only appropriate response is to declare yourself deceased. We didn't kill the skull emoji. We gave it new life. A funnier life. A more chaotic life. And honestly, that's pretty skull emoji of us. Every emoji has a story. This one died and came back as something completely different.